Little bit of a dating rant. Any other women out there feel like at your age you are forced to choose between either settling for less than you deserve or remaining single like the rest of your life? I have dated literally every single type of guy that there is. I've had the guy that was just very chauvinistic and sexist, and he expected me to just roll out the red carpet and serve and submit at all times, regardless of how ridiculous his behaviors were, regardless of how mean he was, regardless of what he did. I was supposed to just always be that loving, submissive woman. Now, I'm old fashioned. I'm all about a man leading his home. I'm all about women submitting, as long as that guy is leading with love and gentleness and kindness and the concern for his family as a unit.
Let me just stop you right there, madam. Okay, if you have dated all kinds of different men, you've dated 50 different dudes, number one, chances are the men aren't actually the problem, it's you. And number two, you are not a traditional woman. Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at this video right here, courtesy of Hadan, of a woman basically just getting reality checked, okay? So she is now 30 years of age, and she's complaining that she now has to settle for less than she deserves, okay? Deserve obviously being an absolutely disgusting and narcissistic, dare I say, word to use. But, she thinks that she deserves better from men, and we're going to be taking a listen to her today. Guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to Hadan for sending us today's video to cringe at, and let's take a listen to this woman's full story. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Little bit of a dating rant. Any other women out there feel like at your age you are forced to choose between either settling for less than you deserve or remaining single like the rest of your life?
Okay, so right off the bat, madam, you don't deserve anything. Okay, these people make these videos and they're like, here's the things I deserve, and I'm a queen, so I deserve a man to act like this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, and this is how these women stay single until they're 50 years of age. They can't have kids anymore. They're on like 50 different kinds of medication, and they live with their cats. It's because they have no sense of reality at all, and when they get reality checked, they absolutely hate it.
I have dated literally every single type of guy that there is. I've had the guy that was just very chauvinistic and sexist, and he expected me to just roll out the red carpet and serve and submit at all times, regardless of how ridiculous his behaviors were, regardless of how mean he was, regardless of what he did. I was supposed to just always be that loving, submissive woman. Now, I'm old fashioned. I'm all about a man leading his home. I'm all about women submitting, as long as that guy is leading with love and gentleness and kindness and the concern for his family.
Okay, so number one, this is a trick that a lot of these girls like to use. You're not old-fashioned. You're not traditional. You're not a submissive individual, as you put it. Okay, you're a girl with, you've dated all sorts of, in your own words, you have dated all sorts of different kinds of men. Okay, this is not something that traditional or conservative or whatever word you want to use women do, right? Like you can tell me that, like, I can sit here all day and I can say that I'm X height and I've got X hair color, but if I don't actually have those things, then I'm not those things. But for some reason you have people on the internet like this woman right here who feel perfectly comfortable saying that they are something when they're clearly not. They have no idea what these words mean. Absolutely no idea. It's actually a little bit rough listening to this woman talk, but you know what shouldn't be rough, guys? Your skin, which is why today's episode and this absolutely seamless segue is brought to you by Tiege Hanley. For those of you guys who don't know, Tiege Hanley is a skincare company that focuses on uncomplicated skincare for men, with their whole goal being to make the entire process really simple for guys like you and me. I have personally been using them for a very long time, even before they were a sponsor of the channel. There are different skincare systems that you can choose from with them, but personally I think a good place to start is with their level 1 system, where you get all of the basic stuff. You get a daily face wash for cleaning your skin properly. It gets rid of all the dirt and the grime. You also get an exfoliating scrub to help you remove dead skin. And on top of that, you get both an AM and a PM moisturizer to help with sun exposure and skin hydration. Tiege Hanley is a great skincare choice for men, with the whole process from start to finish being really simple. When you order from them, the box literally comes with an instruction card that explains how to use products. So even if you are exactly like one of the women featured in today's video, chances are that even you could figure it out. They also have lots of different 5-star reviews from all over the world, which you can find on their website, which I'll throw up on screen now for you to take a look at. If you decide to become a member of Tiege Hanley, you also get an extra 20% off of retail price, the ability to customize your box, and you also get deals that nobody else has access to. On top of that, you can also customize or change your order at any time. And for those of you who are US citizens, there is also free shipping for you guys. And guys, because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they are offering you a great deal. Just click the link in the description for 30% off of your first box, as well as a free gift in the form of either a free DOP kit or a high quality dowel. So don't miss out and click that link to get started today. And let's get back to today's episode.
As a unit, I've had the guy that was unfaithful, as I think most of us had. The guys that talked to other women behind your back. The guys that locked themselves behind closed bathroom doors for hours on end. The guys that physically cheated with other people.
If you are dating guys and they are forced to lock themselves in the bathroom, I don't know, that sounds like you're the crazy one, to be honest with you. Like, if a man, like, I'm not, my mind, when a dude locks himself in the bathroom, my mind doesn't really jump to, oh, he's cheating or doing something shady. My mind jumps to, he's probably trying to keep himself safe from you. And also, this thing that she says here about every woman experiencing a dude who cheats on them, I actually agree with that. And you know why? Because most women have terrible selection in men. They choose the bad boys. They choose the guys who are going to clearly cheat on them, who have like been with half the location, half their friend group already. They choose that guy, and then all of a sudden, shock horror, they get cheated on. It's like, up till a certain point, you just can't have any empathy anymore. It's a pretty universal experience for women, because a lot of women are choosing to make this mistake. Emphasis on the word choosing.
I've had that guy before too. I've had the guy that was so toxic and abusive, and demanding, manipulative, and no matter what he did, no matter how horrible it was, no matter how outrageous and grievous the offense, he was always the victim. I've had the mama's boy who could not make a single decision without his mother's approval. And then, when all of that failed for me, I found myself going, maybe what I need to do is just date one of the good guys. You know, the guys that you don't really have chemistry or connection with, the guys you don't really fall for, the guys that you really don't find attractive, but they seem apparently nice and gentle and loving. I tried that guy.
Right, so you basically aged out. You hit 30 plus years of age, and now your strategy is to try and go back to the men that you treated like crap. I wonder what could possibly go wrong, okay? And chances are, listen, if you're a dude watching this video and you're like, you know, you're getting a bit older now, maybe you're like 30 plus years of age, okay? Chances, and you've been dating like since you were in your 20s or whatever, you've seen women in your 20s, you will get those "hey stranger" texts. Mark my words, guys. Like, the girls who, you know, completely ignore you, pretty much every dude has had this experience, right? If you're a guy, you'll have women who just treat you like crap. And then all of a sudden, when they reach a certain age and you reach a certain age, things become a little bit different. They start to reach out to you, to talk to you, especially if you're a guy who, as you've gotten older, you've actually put the work in to become successful. Like, these girls will try and, they're like hermits, right? They'll try and come in and just live in your life that you've built, and they feel as though they deserve it because they are, in their own words, settling for you. Now, what happens when you go back to these men? Guess what? They don't want you. They really don't want you. These guys who are, you know, going into their 30s, going into their 40s, whatever age bracket it is, when you come crawling back because your looks are fading and your fabulous personality isn't carrying you anymore, don't be surprised when those dudes treat you like crap. Now, I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do. All I'm saying is I don't care if they treat you like crap. It's not my responsibility to care.
That guy, because I thought maybe he will be the one to show me that not all guys are the same, when in fact he confirmed that most guys are exactly the same. He was very dishonest, had no motivation, didn't want to work or keep a job, expected me to do his parenting roles for him, expected me to do all of the things that his mother would have done for him growing up, if you get what I'm saying.
Wait. Okay, so let me get this straight. It's not okay for the man to expect you to do quote-unquote motherly duties, right? AKA, you know, look after the house and be traditional, as you said that you've been. But you want him to get a job and to provide for you and care for you. So let me get this straight. You don't want to be the motherly figure for him, but you want him to be the fatherly figure for you. All of these women that complain about, like, oh, I don't want to have to, you know, mother a man. All of those girls that I see want to be fathered by dudes. You know, so like, and let's unpack the logic here a little bit. When they say mothered, in a lot of cases, they just mean doing traditional things. You know, like making him some food or whatever the case may be. But if you're a woman, I've said this many times, but if you're a girl and you're in a successful relationship and you make food for your man and you tell other women about it, a lot of women will scoff at you and think that you're stupid. You know, like it's just ridiculous. And this is coming from a woman who says that she's traditional, by the way. Very, very traditional.
I can't keep a job, expected me to do his parenting roles for him, expected me to do all of the things that his mother would have done for him growing up, if you get what I'm saying. I can't do that. I can't be someone's mother that I did not bring into this world or choose to be the mother of. I am not going to mother a grown man. I'm not going to remind a grown man how I deserve to be treated. I'm not going to remind a grown man to behave like a grown man. I'm not going to ever be that woman. I can't be her.
First of all, it's not your place to say what a grown man is. I actually agree with her to some extent. I think that the dude should probably get a job and sort his life out if his life's not in order. Okay? But it's not your place to say what a real man is. It really isn't. Especially considering you don't actually qualify for the traditional metrics of a quote-unquote real woman, if you want to go down that path. You see, if you want to go down the path of using traditional values and traditional words, at least meet it yourself. You understand what I'm saying? But she doesn't meet any of those criteria at all. She doesn't want to be traditional. She doesn't want to be submissive, to use the word that she chose to use. She doesn't want those things, right? And this is what happens, right? You get 30 years of age, you try and go back to the dudes who you treated like crap, and guess what? They don't care about you. They're not. Why should a man invest in you when you never cared about him? That's the bottom line. You never cared about the guy, so when you come back, why on earth should he care about you and treat you well? And you think that you deserve this. Like, by the way, all of this is like, it doesn't matter how good you treat this woman, by the way, because if she comes back to you, right, and she, you know, you're not as attractive as she wants you to be or whatever, she's always going to feel like she's settling. So it doesn't matter how nice you are anyway. You'll just get treated like crap. She'll feel like she deserves more because she's quote-unquote settling for you.
I have been patient in relationships way longer than I should have for the simple fact of trying to maintain a relationship, because what are the options that we have left? You know, it's almost, I feel like we almost have to settle for the liar or the cheat or the abuser or the this, but that you can't find a really good quality guy. And my expectations aren't high to meet. At this point in life, the qualifications are he has to have a pulse, he must be honest, he must have integrity, he must be loyal. I'm not sure how much easier it can get, and yet men still seem to mess it up.
I think that you are messing it up, madam. You have squandered your 20s. You have made your terrible decisions. You have made your bed. Now it is time to lie in it. And make no mistake, this woman could still find a good man, right? A man who has integrity, who's not going to cheat on her and stuff like this. But she doesn't want those men. You see, that's the problem, right? They all want the bad boy. They all want the dude who's super attractive with all of these Machiavellian traits. And then, you know, the guys who are actually going to take care of them and, you know, treat them well, these guys are boring, and hence they are invisible. There are plenty of men out there who would not be interested in cheating on you, who would not be interested in treating you like crap, who will pedestalize you and treat you as you quote-unquote deserve, which you don't. There are men out there who would do that, but you don't like them. You're not attracted to them. Anytime I hear a woman complaining about options, my mind just shuts off. And the reason for that is because they have such a stupid amount of options. If you can't find a good man, that says a lot more about you than it actually does about men. Despite the fact that a lot more men are dropping out of the dating market or they're not interested in dating you, there are still good men out there, you know, who will believe in your lies and who will actually pedestalize you. But you just don't want those dudes. So I have absolutely no sympathy whatsoever for this woman.
He must be honest. He must have integrity. He must be loyal. I'm not sure how much easier it can get, and yet men still seem to mess it up.
You know what this woman seems to mess up? But she wants these basic things from men. How about what the basic things that men want are from you? Right? We don't consider that. You know what's on top of that list? Well, one of the main things that men want. Men just want some peace. Okay, it really, up to a point, it doesn't matter how attractive you are. Obviously, you know, don't eat McDonald's every single day. But if you're a pleasant person, most men will like you. Like, it's really not that hard to impress most men, or to be a catch for most men. You just have to be someone who doesn't eat a lot of McDonald's, and you have to be pleasant to be around, and don't post garbage all over the internet talking about your dating lives and the dudes, you know, who you've hooked up with. Really, really not that hard to get right, okay? And the first thing is, like, a dude will see this, and he's like, why would I date this woman? She's ranting on TikTok. Like, what do you think's going to happen when a man gets in a relationship with you, and then your response to their problems, to your problems together, is to post about it online? Right? So you want these things from men, but you can't even meet men's first standard, which is be a pleasant human being. That's it. Like, you will go so far. Even if you're a woman who eats McDonald's every day, you can still land a guy. You're going to have just such an easier time if you're a pleasant person to be around. Like, it's so damn simple, not argumentative. Like, I feel like, guys, like, if you were to live with this woman, you'd be getting in arguments, like, very often, very, very often, over just crap that doesn't matter. You can tell, because she's, by virtue of the fact that she's making this TikTok video is a microcosm for your time together, is what it is. And men understand this.
On a regular basis. And I look at these women out there who have the seemingly perfect households where they're always bragging on their husband and how he's such a great father to the children and how he does so many things for them. And it irritates me because a lot of these guys I know, and they're not good men. And I think to myself, that woman is either lying to herself, lying to everybody else, or she just is completely clueless.
Or maybe you're just jealous because they have something that you don't have. This is the type of woman to go out there to someone who has a good relationship, one of her girlfriends, and actively try and sabotage it because she's jealous. And women know what I'm talking about. Like, I say this, but to the 3.5 women who watch this channel, chances are, if you're in a good relationship with a man for a long period of time and things are going well, maybe you're married, like, yeah, you've had your issues or whatever the case may be, but if you're in a long-term relationship, you have kids, things are going well, women like this are going to try and sabotage your relationship because they are jealous. That's just the truth of the matter. Like, she's jealous by virtue of the fact that other women have successful relationships and she does not. None of her options in men, which, by the way, are still a stupid amount, meet her standards because she deserves more.
Regardless, I can't be her. I can't post honest, nice things about a person that aren't true. If it's not honest, I can't post it. I can't be the woman who builds a guy up and pretends that he's something that he's not. I can't be that girl. I've been that girl. I tried to believe the best out of a person so that he might grow into all of those wonderful things that I said about him. Didn't work. In fact, it only perpetuated our problems because I thought he was a good guy. He thought he was a great guy because I talked about him being a great guy. He wasn't a great guy. I've been that woman. I cannot do it. I look at these women who have picked and chosen for themselves men that have been married 4, 5, 6 times, that have children that they're not even allowed to be around, that they have children that they don't parent, they have children that they're not even involved in their lives.
I think she's thinking of like one particular scenario here regarding the dudes who have like 5 and 6 marriages and stuff like that. But it's just absolutely ridiculous, man. This whole thing, absolutely ridiculous.
Parent, they have children that they're not even involved in their lives. These men are cheaters. They've cheated on them during their dating and engagement and marriage. I've seen these women settle for these men as if they received some great blessing from God himself. and the guy is trash, complete trash.
Well, that's interesting because it's all very well and good to throw around these words. And hey, maybe she's right. Maybe the dudes are cheating, in which case that really sucks for the woman. Okay, like, you know, if the husband is like cheating on the wife, obviously that sucks. I don't think infidelity is good, no matter which gender does the infidelity. Personally, I'm not really down with infidelity. But you know, people might have the same opinion about you, madam. You're sitting here saying that these men are trash, right? All these guys, all men are just cheaters and manipulators and pieces of crap, and you deserve better. There are lots of men who might say some pretty negative things about you too. Okay, they might sit there and go, I don't want to date women like this. I don't want to date a girl who's cursing all the time or whatever, who's saying that men are trash, or who feels like she deserves X, who can't actually choose a man properly to save her life. A lot of this woman's problems come down to the fact that she can't make good decisions. Like, she can't differentiate what's a good man and what's a bad man, because her standards get in the way too. Right? Because the thing is, a man who won't cheat on you, who's loyal and who cares about you and will do all the traditional things and pedestalize you, this man is, number one, he's just not attractive to you. So you ignore him and you go after the bad boys, right? You chase your feelings. It's all about what you feel, and this is why you're in the situation that you're in. Men can, in a lot of instances, ignore how they feel and choose the better option. It's kind of like eating McDonald's, right? Or eating some fast food chain. Like, you know that it's bad for you, but you have people like this who just can't stop it. They're like, where? I don't see the salad bar. I don't see, you know, healthy food. Meanwhile, they've never set foot outside the McDonald's foyer. You see what I'm saying?
Curious. Any other women out there feel like you are forced right now to either choose between remaining single the rest of your life or settling in some way?
Damn, you mean to say that you can't get everything you want out of a man? You mean that the guy who has all of the options, right, who's good looking, who makes a lot of money, who has a nice body, who's tall, all of this crap, this ideal man that you want, you mean to tell me that he doesn't want you? I can't possibly imagine why that would be the case. Right? And see, the problem is she's had fun with dudes like this, right? She's had the fun experiences where she gets to visit his house on a Friday night when he's bored. Okay, she's had this. So she thinks that she's deserving of this type of guy because she's had his fun time attention for a bit. But that's not how it works. She can't get a relationship out of him. She just gets cheated on. If she does get the relationship, it's very forced and she's trying to get it. Chances are she thinks she has a relationship, but she doesn't even actually have one. Okay, now anything less than this Prince Charming Giga Chad, for lack of a better term, she doesn't want him because she feels like she's settling now. This woman's ego is absolutely massive, man. It's absolutely massive.
Because I feel like I'm always going to be single and that I'm never going to have a partner because I cannot tolerate things that I do not deserve. And I don't think anybody deserves it. It's not that I think so highly of myself that I feel like I deserve all these wonderful things. Honesty and integrity and loyalty are things that should just be the bare minimum of expectation.
Honesty, integrity, and loyalty, in brackets, from the men that I find attractive. You see, because she's not actually after those traits alone. She's after those traits in the bad boys that she wants. You guys understand? I'm pretty sure most of you guys who are watching this video, you follow quite clearly what I'm saying here, or you've seen this throughout your life, okay? This woman, this is funny, right? Because you'll have women like this who say that they want a set of traits, and all of the traits, hey, I agree with her. The traits are great, right? You know, honesty, integrity, loyalty, these are fantastic traits. I could not argue with this woman on those particular points because I think that they're good values to try and find in someone. Bravo, madam. But the problem is she's trying to find those values in people that she finds attractive. And the problem is those guys are not going to have those qualities for you. Especially if you sit here and guys who have those sorts of options, who are attractive to you, guess what? They're attractive to all women. And they're going to sit here, they're going to look at you, they're going to watch your TikTok where you're ranting and you're being unpleasant, and they're going to say, Becky's less annoying and she's 23. I'm going to go talk to Becky. And then he's going to go talk to Becky and you're going to be like, you're just going to be on the sidelines because you're out of the game.
Expectations in a relationship, and yet it is seemingly impossible to find even those things that I seek. I think anyone should have it. I'm not going to settle for something that's less than that. I don't think I should have to. But I'm starting to realize that if I'm going to be in a relationship, I have to. It's one or the other. It's like I be single or I settle. And I can't settle because of who I am as a woman. I know what I bring to the table. And it's not saying, oh, look at me, I'm so great. But I know what I bring to the table. Loyal to a fault, loving and unconditionally, faithful and just kind and gentle and all of these things. And that's all I require back.
I could make a full discussion about what she just said right there. We're coming up to the end of the video. I could break apart what she just said right there and explain how every single one of those qualities is complete and utter nonsense, or she doesn't possess them to some great degree at all. But today's video is going to be ending there, guys. I think that's just about all I can tolerate, so we're going to be leaving it there. Guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Don't forget to go and subscribe down to Hadan in the video description down below, pardon me. And as always, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.